Okay. Looks like 1 minute delay there. Nothing too wild and wacky. But yep, here we are. I'm going to actually be pulling up the Microsoft stream in a little bit here, guys. I apologize for being 1 minute late. I was having a little bit of difficulties with OBS there for a second. But we got to figure it out. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this up so I can answer your guys' questions first. And then we'll go ahead and start pulling up that Microsoft stream. So let's go ahead and get that up. Because the live stream portion that I see on my end is really far behind. By the way, if you are watching this, make sure to drop a like so we can get this out to more people. I don't need these on yet. But in any case, yeah, I'll start off by answering your guys' questions. I know it's kind of early in the morning. I'm not even sure. I don't know how well this will go down, but I just figured, you know what? I want to do the Gamescom stuff, so let's go ahead and do that, see if people do end up enjoying it. By the way, I also will have a video going live today as well, so don't worry, this isn't going to be like replacing a video today. So the video will be going live, and especially for those of you out there who are looking for a video card, might be something that you want to watch. But in any case, let me quickly just get this a little more centered here, and then, okay. Yeah, there we go. All right, that's pretty good, I think. There we go. Yep, all right. Here in Greece, it's 8 a.m., perfect hour. All right. Well, yeah, it starts in, by the way, the actual event starts in 12 minutes, so we do have a lot of time. So if you want to ask some questions, go ahead. Be free. Ask those questions, baby, and we'll get to them as the viewer count picks up here. Might as well. Again, if you're watching right now, make sure to drop a like button so this gets into more people's feeds. That would be perfect. Let's see. I think he means 8 p.m. Oh, okay, yeah. Hey, man, what do you think of people saying Ryzen 5800X being faster for gaming 5900X and thoughts on potential 5800 3D? The 5800X, there may be like select scenarios where it's faster, but realistically, the 5900X is going to typically beat it just because it has a little bit of extra frequency as well as cache. Now, I know people made the argument that maybe because it doesn't have to jump across the Infinity Fabric basically ever, that it will at some point be a little bit faster for games that use all 8 cores. And there may be some select scenarios where that could hold true, but realistically, the extra cache and frequency of the 5900X throughout its lifespan will likely make it the faster CPU. And we're talking about such small margins here anyway that it doesn't really matter. So in any case, I'm going to go ahead and pull up that actual Microsoft stream here. Let me pull it up on, hold on here, guys. Let me pull it up on, not Google. What's that other one called? Edge browser? Yeah, Edge browser. That's what they call it now. In case you're wondering why I'm using the Edge browser, it's because I'm not signed in there anywhere. So it makes it a lot easier for me. All right, go to YouTube. I'll just stream theirs. Let's see. Is the Microsoft? Or no, it's the Xbox Gamescom. By the way, the reason why I chose to do this one, because I haven't done the Xbox like stuff in the past, but the reason why I decided to do it is because I know a lot of these games are going to be coming to PC, and realistically, this is like, I know it's a hardware and tech channel, but it is ultimately about getting the hardware to play games. So it only makes sense that I would talk about games on here from time to time. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to be making videos talking about games. That's probably not going to be the case. I don't think that's what people come here to watch, but maybe I'll start putting those out on my secondary channel or something at some point here if I can get enough time on my hands. But I will probably do live stream events on here about gaming events, just because it's a little bit more personal way of doing it. So in any case, let's go ahead and pull this bad boy up. All right, American Sign Language, that's not what I want. Official Xbox stream, okay. Yep, that looks like it's it. All right, yeah, they got just over 10 minutes here apparently on their end. So I guess they're starting a little late. My question is, when is the Best Buy going to start GPUs again? 2077 question mark? Oh, well, I actually got some good news for you, because the video I have going up just in a little bit here is going to have that information for you. So hopefully that helps. Anyway, window capture. Let's see. How do I do this? Let's see. All right, let me just pull this up real quick. Sorry about this, guys. I'm trying to pull it up real quick. Okay. All right, I think I got it. Yep, got it. Okay, so let me put this in full screen so that you guys can see it, and then I'll make myself smaller. It's been so long since I've streamed like an actual event that I was like, wait a minute, how do you do this again? But yeah, we got it. All right. Give me just 1 second to get it full screen for you guys. And, oh, that's right, I need to F11 it as well. I'll fix that in just a second. So, any case, there we go. Now I'm centered. Now we got the stream up. I'm going to have myself about this size. I'll make myself a little smaller once it actually begins. But for now, we'll do that. Whoa! Oh. Oh, man. Oh, I had to sneeze, guys. That was bad. That was bad. All right. In any case, hopefully it doesn't get too hot in this room. Let me F11 this for you so it's not... Yeah, there we go. There we go. Jeez, that is some horrible quality. Oh. I gotta turn this. My bad, guys. Yeah, I muted the wrong one. Ah, jeez. This is already, what a mess. Anyway, there we go. There we go. Now you should be able to hear the right thing and not the wrong thing. The Xbox stream isn't live. No, it's it'll be live in about. It was supposed to be 6 minutes, but it was apparently now it's 9.5 minutes or something. I don't. This is as live as it gets. So, yeah, I guess it's gonna be a second yet. So yeah, it looks like they're running behind a little bit from what I can tell. What is your secondary channel? It's Epic Funny Time. All right, let's see. Okay, I managed to snag a 3070 Aorus just before the tariff hike up here in Saskatchewan. Okay, very nice. Yeah, by the way, guys, over the next 6-7 minutes here, just feel free to ask some questions. I'll get to them. Because we got a little bit of time till this thing starts. So once it starts, though, you know, I'm interested to see what they're showing off because, like I mentioned, a lot of this stuff is probably coming to PC. So it'll be interesting to see what they show. Let's see. Okay, we are. I don't know. Is he talking about something now? Oh my God, it's so loud. Oh, don't worry about it, guys. He's not really talking about anything important. Don't worry about it. They're just like, you know, smelling their own farts at the moment. Kansas Kid just subscribed. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, my secondary channel. I'm gonna start uploading a few other things. I took a break from uploading on my secondary channel because I had a lot going on. I'm gonna start uploading a few more things on there from time to time again here soon. But let's see. Did you give an answer to my question about why does Canada have no GPUs like Canada computers crashed when my 3060 launched? I mean, it's hard to get graphics cards anywhere at the moment. Canada, it might just be that a lot of the imports come from the US and then make it their way to Canada is a possibility. That'd be my only guess. OctoGhost says, yo, what's up? Well, hi there. Let's see. Hello there. Too good of a CPU compared to your GPU. What are they talking about? I have no idea what you guys are talking about. Bro, you're bugging. By the way, if you just joined the stream, make sure to drop a like so we can get to some more people's feeds. I know it's early in the morning, so there'll probably be... I know people on my channel specifically do prefer stuff like at nighttime, but I don't control when they do their streams, so I guess it is what it is. But it will be starting here. Looks like just about four minutes. So we got 4 more minutes for you guys to ask some questions, and then we'll just get it going. Meteor says, man, it's nighttime here, lol, GG. Let's see. While me getting a Ryzen 5 3600 with GTX 1650, very satisfied. Do you do YouTube full time? Yes, I do. All right, let's see. You know, they always drop these streams at the weirdest time. Like, to be honest with you, people in the US, there's going to be so many people right now who are going to, like, school or work or something like that. Like, they're not going to be home. So if you're not someone like me who works from home, like, it's going to be difficult for you to make this stream. So I have no idea why these companies do this. Like, why would you, on a weekday, early in the morning, when people have stuff to do, why would you drop a stream? I don't know. I feel like that's going to hurt their total viewership, though. Of course, I guess it'll be up for, you know, people to watch on Xbox later, but no sound? Yeah, I'm specifically not having any sound because they're literally not talking about anything interesting. It doesn't go live for another 3 minutes, and all they're doing is smelling their own farts at the moment. So I have plenty of that in my life. Don't need that. A lot of people have had too many cheeseburgers. Yeah, there's a what would be the word? Like a stigma against gamers being like overweight or like not healthy, and boy does it not help when everyone they're showing looks really unhealthy. I feel like it's totally fine to be playing games. You can play a lot of games and still be healthy. It really doesn't require, like, all you have to do is walk for like 40 minutes to an hour a day tops, to stay in like decent health. And to be honest, like if you want to lift weights, all you have to do is 5 days a week for like 30 to 40 minutes a day. It's not really like a huge, I know people like to say it's a huge time commitment, but realistically people say that because they just don't want to do it, to be honest with you. I mean, if you have time to play games for 4 hours at night, if you just take 1 hour to lift weights and go for a walk, you can, in 1 hour you can make a huge impact on your life if you only do it 5 days a week. So it seriously only takes 1 hour. A big portion of, though, of course, is what you put in your body, what you eat. So it's like you just have to not eat like way more calories than you're supposed to. Like, you can even have like cookies and stuff from time to time. You just can't. If your goal is, you know, 2,500 calories, you can't have 5,000. Like you just, yeah. It's not like it's, of course it's not easy to exercise, but like it's not gonna like ruin your life. You can squeeze it in. All right, because I know for a while I was very unhealthy. I ate very unhealthy and didn't exercise, but I changed that. So now it looks like it's gonna be starting about 30 seconds here, guys. I'll answer a few more questions, and then once this thing gets started, I'll go ahead and we'll get the audio live as well. So, got someone dressed up as Cortana. Wow. Got all kinds of wacky costumes. I like the Master Chief costumes people were in. That was pretty wacky and wild. All right. Do you think the Intel GPU will be expensive or not? The top-end one will be technically expensive. Okay, all right, guys. We got to actually get this audio live. So, here you go. Audio is going. All right, starting off with some Microsoft Flight Sim, it looks. Let me know if the audio levels are good. That's good. All right, Gamescom 2021 Xbox stream.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Gamescom 2021 Xbox stream.
We've got so many great game updates to share with you today. We're talking Age of Empires 4, Psychonauts 2, and my personal favorite, Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Later on, we'll take an extended look at Forza Horizon 5. There's so much going into this, and
let me make sure this
Playground
is
Games' vision of Mexico is muy
as
muy
high as
bonito.
it goes.
And we'll be getting our first look at the cover car for the game, Paris. I got $5 on it being one of those electric scooters that you see piled up on the sidewalk.
Will Kate win $5? I guess we're about to find out.
Yes, indeed. Our Xbox Plays team will also chat with devs and deep dive into current and upcoming games all week on twitch.tv/Xbox.
Let's get started with
All right.
Land and their upcoming zombie parkour sequel, Dying Light 2: Stay Human.
Okay, all right. Here's one I'm actually interested in. Let's see here.
Hello, I am Timon Smektawa, Dying Light 2 lead game designer, and this is David Lubryka, animation director. Hi. We can't wait until December 7th to finally give you Dying Light 2 Stay Human, the game we have been working on really hard for the last few years.
We're hoping the gameplay video you're about to watch will give you a foretaste of parkour and combat systems waiting for you in the game.
And we are just about to enter the city, fighting our way through its brutal and dangerous streets. Though, as you will see in a moment, there are plenty of things you can use to your advantage. So watch closely, look for special combat and parkour moves, and check out how with just a bit of creativity you can combine the two. Ready? Let's go.
Sometimes I wonder what this city looked like before all this. Probably like many others. People had their ambitions, plans, lives. Now it's all gone. The virus started it, but it was the people who made the world the way it is. This city, Villador. They tell me they had a vision. They had hope. But soon, one vision broke into many different ones. Instead of fighting together, people stood against each other. War broke out.
Was it a little bird? Met a broken leg?
Hope died.
I really hope this one turns out to be good.
Now the city is falling.
Each time we strike down an enemy, we absorb their strength.
But I can't let that happen. At least, not yet. I need the secrets the city holds.
Fuck! Hey! Still some rats here!
I have to pick a side.
The Bazaar needs good people.
You're doing great so far.
I have to make a difference.
Let's check and see.
What I want to see out of this game is like a lot more open world co-op, like ability to mess around.
The great change is a series of small gestures. How about this series?
Like little custom games and stuff like that. I'd love to see stuff like that. They
Is
love
all
their
hope
kicks.
really gone? We'll see about that.
Well, that was an exciting trip, wasn't it, Timo? Did you notice those bandits in medieval-like armor passing by skyscrapers, banks, and large billboards? That's what we call a modern Dark Ages.
And it's a very unique design, one very important for the plot of Dying Light 2. But there's another thing that stood out to me, all those parkour moves that you and your team has put so much effort into.
Well, all you need is a few thousand of animations, cooperation with professional tracers, mock-up sessions, and invaluable help from David Bell, whose face and moves player will see in the game, by the way.
No, yes, right. And we've got twice the number of parkour moves compared to the first game, and we are showing some of them in this trailer. The vault kicks being the most important to me personally. It brings a whole new fighting style into the game. The player can stagger an enemy and use them to perform further attacks, for example by rebounding from their bodies, jumping off them onto other foes, and so on.
I think we captured the movement really well and made it quite simple for the players to perform. I can't wait for them to try it out and tell for themselves how much they loved it.
It's definitely going to be useful. The city's buildings are higher than anything we have done before, improving its verticality. Players will need to find a way to reach those tall skyscrapers and other challenging spots too.
All right.
It's good we scattered some helpers around, like a paraglider, which can support players in both parkouring and combat.
Exactly, and it's gonna do great, especially in fights against humans, which are more frequent and important than in Dying Light 1. It's been over 20 years since the events from the first game, so people adjusted. They are much bolder now, at least during the day.
And they are more vicious too.
And I think that's a great summary of this discussion. Pre-order Dying Light 2 and explore its vast, complex world on December 7th. Thanks, David.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's interesting, but it didn't like blow me away. I don't know about you guys, but I was expecting to see a little more than that.
Of the franchise, Microsoft Flight Simulator launched on a home console with the release on Xbox.
There's gonna be some big update to Microsoft Flight Sim.
Reviewers and gamers alike were blown away by how well the stunning visuals and the depth of the simulation translated to the console, and that's why I'm extremely honored.
This guy looks like he got no
Microsoft
sleep.
Flight Simulator,
Holy
York,
cow.
To the stream. York, thank you for being here. The last time
Need
we
some
met
eye
was at
drops.
the Xbox Game Showcase, and it was getting ready to come out on consoles. How did that go?
It went great. As you said, the reaction to the Xbox console launch was really just amazing. Both from Xbox gamers and from the press, they've been so gracious with their feedback. I don't know if you know, but Flight Simulator is one of the highest rated games on Xbox this year, which I think is just great validation.
Oh, wow.
That the translation of the simulation to the console has really worked well. Our usage numbers are through the roof. We are absolutely shattering franchise records, and I can tell you, there have never been more people playing Flight Simulator than right now. So it's an awesome time.
That is awesome. Congratulations on the launch, really. But
all right.
I want to go to the danger zone. So what's going on with Top Gun?
There's so much going on, Paris. So you and I talked about Top Gun Maverick earlier. The fans are super excited. They saw the FA-18. They can't wait to start flying.
Okay,
and,
so we're going to
as you
get
know,
some
it comes out later
jets.
this year as free DLC alongside the movie. But as the movie is still under wraps, so are we. So I can still not tell you that much about it. But there's so much else going on even before Maverick. So we are continuing to do our monthly big releases that we've been doing for a long time. And next month, on September 7th, we are launching World Update 6. And this World Update, I mean, at the beginning of the show, if you remember, there was a little red plane flying into Cologne. Well, we did that because World Update 6 updates that region, the region of Gamescom. So Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. And what that means to us is we have new aerial and satellite images. We have a new elevation map that helps us with the mountains. So the Alps actually look awesome now. We have new 3D cities like Frankfurt and Wuppertal in Germany. We have Basel in Switzerland. We have Vienna and Graz in Austria, and those cities look just amazing. They have like 7 centimeters resolution, and it's awesome. But but we want to celebrate the entire region. So we picked 100 of the most scenic places, the most famous landmarks, and we call those POIs. And we sort of spread them throughout the simulation. And we also added airports. We did Lübeck and Stuttgart in Germany, and Klagenfurt in Austria, and St. Gallen in Switzerland. And what it ties it all together is missions. We're having new discovery flights, we have new landing challenges, and we have new sort of tours of the country. So they fly you around all the awesome looking places and really celebrate the beauty of this region of Earth. And this is a celebration of DACH, of Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. I'm so happy to be able to announce the date here at Gamescom.
You know, that is really incredible, all the different regions and everything that you're going to have. The way that you're going to be able to actually highlight those.
Yeah,
I'm glad they're actually adding
really
new
cool,
features to
but,
this game
for
finally.
Us, it's actually not just the region and the visuals. We talked a lot when you study aviation, when you love aviation like we do. You actually realize that a lot of regions of Earth have a very special relationship with flying, with aviation. Sometimes it's, you know, the first experiments with aircraft, or a famous pilot, or a feat of aviation, or like a local manufacturer. So we thought to ourselves, why do we not use these world updates to celebrate the planes? So we are announcing a new series. We call them Local Legends. And think about that as planes that are locally well known, like in that region, but outside in the world, not so much. Yeah. But why not use the world updates to highlight this, to bring these awesome machines to a worldwide audience? So for World Update 6, we picked a German plane from the 1930s. It's called Junkers U-52. In Germany, it's lovingly named Tante U, so Aunt U. And we think of us as sort of a digital preservation. So we really want to get these planes to an extreme level of detail. We're going out of our way to really go deep. So we're doing a full scan. We take full scans of the outside and the inside, as detailed as 1 millimeter, which is as good as you can do this. And then we're working with, for the Junkers, we worked with Bernd Junkers, who is the grandson of the original creator of the plane, Hugo Junkers. And he's helping us. He had a ton of insight and materials. Then we worked with an organization that is preserving one of the last surviving examples of the Junkers. So they let us scan and take photographs.
That's pretty cool. You know, I hope that they eventually let you like walk around in the planes.
Still flying in the real world, and he lets us know, like, is the cockpit right and the sounds right? Does it feel right in the air? So we're having a blast working with these experts to really bring these, to celebrate this plane, to bring them back to life.
So this is almost like you're creating like a digital museum for aviation inside Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically that. Yeah. It's a museum with flyable planes. Yeah. So we're working with 40 museums around the world. And it's honestly one of the funnest parts of the job. You end up working with these curators of planes. These are their babies. And they sort of see the tooth of time in the real world sort of nagging on their remaining planes. And they're so happy when we come in with our scanning equipment and we're basically capturing their planes, and they know that we can digitally preserve them in perpetuity. And we're actually giving those scans back to the museum so they can do something with it. And it's a great collaboration. And we're actually not just looking back in the history of aviation, we're also looking towards the future. So I have another announcement. We are working with a fascinating German company called Volocopter. Yeah. And they're making an eVTOL air taxi for urban traffic.
Oh, wow.
So they have a vision of the future, how these drone-type machines basically connect people in large cities. We're working directly with the engineering team to make sure that we are capturing their plane and their aircraft perfectly in the flight simulator, and that's coming out in November.
I hope they fix their CPU performance in this game.
There's a lot going on inside of Microsoft Flight Simulator. Is there anything else you want to share?
Yeah, there's one more thing.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to announce that we've partnered with RARA. That's the Reno Air Racing Association. And every year they put on something called the Steel National Championship Air Race. And we're bringing this to Flight Simulator. So it's the fastest motorsport. This is right down your alley. It's the fastest motorsport on Earth. And I actually brought you a little trailer to look at.
So race, speed.
Here we go, racing in Flight Sim. Now we're talking.
To the danger zone, baby. Let's go ahead and show that.
I like their new host. Let's see here. Yep, now we're talking. We got a bunch of new planes, new regions. We can race. Here we go. What, that's all you're showing? Come on. Really? Really? We got a new trailer for you and they show you like 3 seconds. All right. All right.
You know I like going fast, and you know I love being in the danger zone. When is this coming out?
Man, these planes, they fly 500 miles, faster than 500 miles an hour, 50 to 250 feet above the ground. So you are definitely going to be in the danger zone. I mean, without going into too much detail, this Reno Air Race is actually the largest expansion we have since we launched on Flight Simulator. It's not just because we scanned all the famous race planes of the world. There's lots of them. This is also the first time when you can basically race against your friends and pilots across the planet. And so a competitive multiplayer is coming to Microsoft Flight Simulator. And
Ooh.
that will definitely test your pilot skills. And you asked
All
when
right.
it's coming out. This is coming out this fall, so it's right around the corner.
Good, because I own Microsoft Flight Sim and I just haven't installed it in a
I have the
while.
need for speed, so I can't wait to get my hands on this and participate in some of these air races.
All
Awesome.
right.
We got you covered.
All right, thank you. If going fast on the ground is more your speed, keep an eye out for an extended look at Forza Horizon 5 later on in the stream. We'll also talk with Wasteland 3's game director about the game's next big DLC. But first, if you're an Xbox Game Pass subscriber, we have some great news for you.
Okay, what are we getting here? By the way, we got a super chat from Daniel Tanner. Thank you so much for the $2. It says, "Wonder if it's possible to mod these in other games." I'm sure it is. There's a lot of indie games coming to Xbox Game Pass.
Yep, somehow they did it. They added even more games to Game Pass. But let's talk about what's coming up. We're talking Age of Empires 4, the game's creative director.
Okay, here we
And we're
go.
gonna see what's next for Sea of Thieves. But now, we've got a new roguelike retro shooter that, in grand retro fashion, sends you plundering through shifting dungeons to defeat a mysterious eldritch terror. Let's dive into the pit.
Okay, this looks interesting. What is this? I don't think I've seen this. Okay, so it's like a shooter, but it's not with it's not an actual shooter. Okay, I see. It's not what I was expecting. All right.
Well, I am here with creative director of World's Edge, Adam Eisgren. And Adam, I'm so excited to talk H4, of course, because you've brought something a little different and very special today.
Yeah, I have. So, so far we've been showing.
This is a big one. I definitely want to see Age of Empires 4. I used to
playing.
love those
You're gonna
games.
see a lot of footage of that, and we've also shown a little bit of our campaigns, right? Through when we unveiled the 100 Years' War and showed Joan of Arc. But we have yet another way in Age of Empires 4 that we're kind of bringing history to life that we haven't talked about yet.
See, you do this to me. You put me in suspense. I want to know more, so let's go with it.
Well,
Let's hear more.
Okay, wait, you get 1 moment of suspense. Okay, that's enough. So what we brought today is we have these wonderful little videos that we've created that are interspersed amongst the campaign, and they're about 3 to 5 minutes each. And we have over an hour of them total, and they're called Hands-on Histories. And what they are is a great way to like deep dive on certain fun subjects from the cultures we're representing and just from medieval history.
Excellent. Well, I hear you've actually brought one of those segments that you're going to share here for the very first time.
Yes, I have. We are going to show you the segment on one of the most popular units from Age of Empires franchise and a fan favorite, the Trebuchet.
Excellent. Well, this I got to see. Let's take a look.
A counterweight trebuchet.
Oh, wow. They actually got a real trebuchet.
Of all siege engines. A catapult capable of smashing down castle walls from great distances. At Warwick Castle in England, they've built a replica, one of the largest in the world. Originating in 7th century China, by the 13th century, trebuchets had evolved into devastatingly powerful weapons.
Such a simple design, but so effective.
It has several key features. A pivoted arm with a weight at one end, and a sling to hold the projectile at the other. To prime, the 6-ton weight is raised using tread wheels.
So this is one of the wheels, one of 2 that's attached to an axle, which would lift the counterweight, weighing 6 tons. It's based on muscle power alone. What's essential about launching a projectile as far as possible is making sure that this end of the arm is moving as fast as possible. So once that weight drops, it really sends this point of the arm moving at its highest velocity.
This was done by positioning the pivot close to the counterweight and by launching the projectile from a sling. When released, the sling whips round, vastly increasing the launch speed.
When did it change to the History Channel? I don't know.
In order to weaken the castle walls or even breach them, you had to make sure that the projectiles hit the
They're
same
really
spot
excited
every
about
single
their
time.
trebuchets coming to the game, I guess.
For each projectile to follow the same trajectory, they all had to be the same weight and shape. To achieve this, masons used a gauge.
Now I'm going to load this projectile into the sling. Oh, this one must weigh about 25 kilograms, but some projectiles can get up to 150 kilograms. That's the weight of 2 men.
Trebuchets were also used to throw burning tar, beehives, even dead bodies. Anything to cause maximum distress to the enemy.
Did you hear that whoosh?
Hop in it.
It was the counterweight
I want to see them
trebuchet's
launch someone.
lethal combination of power and accuracy that made it the ultimate medieval siege weapon.
What am I even watching? I don't know anymore. I thought we were watching Age of Empires 4, but... Whoa, okay.
You know I'm going to say trebuchet. Don't care, because that is awesome and remarkably unique, something you don't see in games very often.
Some of these...
Yeah, so,
some of these hosts are just so cringe.
What we're going to do with Age of Empires 4, there's a phrase I'm
And I
really
don't mean to
fond
be
of,
mean,
which
but
is
my
history is
guy,
always
you need to
interesting
brush your
if people
teeth.
taught it to you.
Holy
And
moly,
you
look
can say
at
that
those
about any
yellow
subject,
teeth.
really, right? But
Woo.
I think the great thing is when you have someone that's so
You're gonna regret
enthusiastic and
that.
passionate about history, it really comes across. And we wanted to be that kind of teacher for history. And there's a phrase called humanized history that I use to kind of describe what we tried to do, which is we tried to like connect past and present. And you can see that kind of in our briefings as well, where we've got like real stuff with like CG kind of overlaid.
It's pronounced
to show
tree
you the
bucket.
history. And so for these, we really wanted to do that same thing. So ourselves and Relic partnered with this amazing group in the UK called Lion TV, and they've done production on an amazing amount of shows and documentaries for the BBC and
Okay,
won
great.
every award you can imagine
Show
for
us
media.
the game.
And they travel to all of these locations and all these different countries to meet with these subject matter experts and get all of this great footage on how things really worked and how things were made. And it's been delightful to kind of go through that process and, get all these and finally start showing them to everyone.
Oh, I love it. Now,
Show me
you
the
also, of course,
gameplay.
You've got a bunch, as you mentioned, of these hands-on history segments. Anything else that you can
This
tell
is
us,
even worse
fans,
than the
about
E3
what we
fail
can
this year.
expect looking
I
forward
don't
to,
know about that,
favorites you got coming
but
up?
it is a little slow moving
favorites.
today.
Oh man, well, I think my personal favorite is
Any
one
great
called
game
Evil
till now?
Surgery.
I
And,
mean,
I'm gonna let your imagination go.
they
with
showed
what
off
we might
Dying Light
show and
2.
what we might talk about in that one.
Yeah.
Which
but the
was
thing I love about
interesting,
them is that
but it was a little
they go all over the
underwhelming.
place. So, we've got
There's a
ones
lot of
on
Microsoft
warfare and
Flight
castle
Simulator
building and, like,
updates.
how they
Now
kept
we're on to
shooting
Age of
arrows
Empires
from not
4.
going out when she shot them. And
I'm really interested to see it,
But we've also got all of these.
but they
ones
keep
on,
showing
like,
us
illuminated
the History
and,
Channel,
hawk
which is
falconing
cool,
and like
but that's
horse
not why I'm
taming,
here.
Armor creation. And there's even one on Mongolian instrumentation, which is really cool because those instruments, we actually use them in the soundtrack for the Mongols when you're playing as them in the campaign in the game.
I mean, I just love the behemoth amount of history that you guys. Age of Empires always known for bringing history alive in a completely different way, and I also love to mention this to people that you and the team do so much research, and it's so great to see this approach being used in a hands-on history kind of segment. But I mean, what was that approach like to sort of sell going forward, especially since it's such a unique in-game experience?
Well, the cool thing was it was there from day one. It was one of the things I was really wanted to do is try to tell these stories in a different way. But I'll tell you, like full disclosure, it's been insanely nerve-wracking because we're trying something completely different that no one's ever done before in a game. Like we're history, but we're a game, but we're teaching you things, but you're having fun. And,
Yeah, no one's ever
finding
done
that
it
middle ground
before.
has been really challenging.
Yep.
And, every time we've tried to show, we've shown the campaigns or we've shown these hands-on histories, I've been like, oh God, is it gonna work? Like, people gonna like this? And the great thing is so far, everyone that's really experienced the entire thing put together have just been like, wow, this is great. And it's so different and kind of cool and refreshing. So,
Okay.
so far so good, right?
Show us how
But,
great
yeah,
it is.
It's been a journey, to get all this done and put the whole game together.
Well, I love that you mentioned
I
journey because we are coming
deserve
towards the end of
gameplay.
this development journey for
Yes.
Age 4. Talk to me about where people can find and learn more about Age of Empires 4. I know they're all chomping at the bit.
Oh, well, October 28th, we are launching the game.
Okay, it's
You
2
can go to
months out.
ageofempires.com
Interesting.
To learn more about the title, and if you're really, really excited, right now you can go onto the Microsoft Store or Steam.
And we're
pre-order
not
the
going to
game
show
right
you
now.
any
And
gameplay.
of course, we will be there day one, Xbox Game Pass for PC as well.
I
so
swear.
anyone that's on that can just grab the game and start playing. But
Yes, I believe you are a part of something very special.
yes, so Gamescom opening night live.
Yes.
11 a.m. Pacific time. There might be something Age of Empires related in there, so if you're a fan, you probably should.
I swear to God,
A bit of a
if
tease
they
for
don't
the
show you
E3.
anything and it
And
just
I
ends
like
up
it very
us
much.
looking
Adam,
at this
thank you so
guy's
much for
yellow
joining us
teeth
here.
and
Always a
hearing
pleasure.
about history,
Always a pleasure. Age of Empires 4 looks fantastic, so I cannot wait. October 28th, neither should you. Now, we have tons coming up here today, including a new update for State of Decay 2 and an extended look at Forza Horizon 5 with our friends at Playground Games. But now, let's catch up with Paris, who's gone from flying the skies in
Oh,
Microsoft
man.
Flight Sim to a different kind of cloud.
That's right, Kate. Xbox Cloud Gaming is already available on Windows PCs, mobile phones, and tablets. And now, it's coming to Xbox consoles. The future with cloud gaming sounds bright.
That's kinda interesting.
No waiting to install, no running out of hard drive space, no waiting to patch, and no buying a new console just to play with your friends. See how the vision of cloud gaming will bring people together without barriers.
So when I think about cloud and when I think about gaming,
All right,
those two
wow.
things together to me really show you
I mean,
the future where you can
look, I
pick
want to
up
hear
something
about
and
cloud
you can play
gaming,
it
but I
anywhere
don't want
and
to
you could
see
do
the
it
sales
quickly.
pitch. Like they literally didn't show us anything for Age of Empires 4. They literally showed us nothing.
Cloud gaming's phenomenal.
they showed us nothing.
actually looks so good.
That was ridiculous.
Games are large and you want to keep the ones that you know you love on your hard drive. Xbox Cloud Gaming is about being able to discover
Dude,
the new ones
that is outrageous that they literally spent 10 minutes showing us a real-life trebuchet and then didn't show anything. Are you sure it's launching in 2 months? Because it seems like you're not even started development considering you didn't show us anything. Look, I know they've showed stuff before, but why would you even show up to this event if you're not going to have any gameplay? That's literally the only reason people tune in, is to like look at it and determine if it looks good or not.
This is the kind of stuff you need with cloud gaming.
Oh, 60 frames? That's actually very smooth.
The process itself to get into cloud gaming feels like you're playing on console, right? You go, you find the game you want, you press play.
It's so easy nowadays. You can pick up any device and pretty much play any Xbox game on Game Pass.
Look, Game Pass is cool, and like,
If my friends
or
have titles that I don't have yet, I can just
this
wait
cloud
for
gaming
them
thing's
to
cool,
invite it.
and if you're in a
The
pinch, it's
content is
definitely
so
something
much
you could
more
do, but
accessible.
the latency of our network is still too high, I think, for this. I would never recommend this as a replacement for PC or even console, to be honest with you. Because on a PC or console, you have, I mean, we're talking like, what, 40 milliseconds or less total end-to-end latency? Like a good PC, you could be close to 20, 15 milliseconds of end-to-end latency, something like that. You're not going to want to deal with 80, 100 plus milliseconds latency. There's just no way.
Games that their hardware wouldn't have been able to play without it.
It's just not going to feel good. You could play a game at 360 FPS, but if it's got over 100 milliseconds latency, it's not going to feel good.
I'm ready for cloud gaming right now. Let's do it. When's the release date? When does it release?
I might give this a try, though. Tell you how it stacks up to like 120 FPS PC gaming.
August 9th saw the release of the free optimized update for Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice on the Xbox Series S and X. With beautiful and rich visuals, thanks to the addition of ray tracing and improved materials.
Oh, really? They
alongside
added ray
performance
tracing?
updates, this is the perfect opportunity to relive Senua's journey or experience it for the first time. And if you haven't played this, do yourself a favor, grab a pair of headphones and immerse yourself into this world.
Agreed. Speaking of unique experiences on Game Pass, the Xbox Plays team will be taking a look at some ID at Xbox titles over the next few days, including 12 Minutes and The Big Con.
They're also talking with developers from Halo, the Master Chief Collection, Forza Horizon 5, and Destiny 2. So join the live Q&A to get your burning questions answered.
But you're not gonna talk about Halo today, really? This is your event. You're gonna save it for some random live stream.
Playground Games will give us an extended look at their monument to motoring in Mexico later on.
That includes never-before-seen areas of the game map, plus cars that have never been in the Forza franchise before. I've loved everything I've seen of Forza Horizon 5 so far, and I can't wait. Now, Kate, there's more games to check out, right?
Well, right you are, Paris. Let's talk Wasteland 3. Their newest DLC introduces us to a new cult. The Cult of the Holy Detonation.
The Holy Detonation is life. Deep within Cheyenne Mountain, we've changed. Devolved into the mutations you see before you. Set on a righteous path. The Holy Detonation's life-giving glow should be
Why does that lady sound like she's trying to be a sports announcer? Yeah, sometimes you get the hosts that are a little cringe. It is what it is.
Join us, Rangers.
I've actually never tried Wasteland, so I can't tell you. Can't tell you how that game is. They're almost always cringe, yeah. You're not wrong there.
With new patches, bug fixes, and added features, like a fine wine, Wasteland 3 just gets better with age to really savor the game's bouquet. We're talking with In Exile game director David Rogers. David, thank you for joining us.
I'm super stoked to be here. Thanks.
So in the trailer, we saw that the DLC is coming out on October 5th, but we know, In Exile Wasteland 3, you guys have been working on this for a very long time. So can you kind of talk about that journey?
Yeah, our dev team has been working nonstop, full tilt, trying to make Wasteland 3 the best version
Why are
of itself
bug
it
fixes
could
a
be.
selling
Over
point?
the past year since it's released, we've added
Because it's
features, we've
2021, that's
balanced, we've
why.
listened to the community, we fixed bugs, added stability, and I really think that the version that we have now is the absolute best version of the game, and if you've never played it before, now's an awesome time
Look,
to jump in.
I'm sure the Wasteland 3 is cool and all, but this is a game that's already been released.
DLC is called The
So,
Cult of the Holy Detonation.
DLC and bug
Now,
fixes,
talk
is
about
this
that a little
really,
bit.
do we
Tell
really
me
need to have this
what's
during the
gonna
event?
go into
Really?
the DLC. What should we be excited about?
Right, so you've heard of Cheyenne Mountain, right?
Yes.
For those who haven't, Cheyenne Mountain is this top secret military complex buried deep in the heart of Cheyenne Mountain in the middle of Colorado. It's designed to outlast a nuclear winter. And so when you hit level 16, an old friend calls you and says, hey, I need your help securing this secret military base and all the secrets within. And as soon as you get there, you find 2 warring cults battling over supremacy, trying to take control of the Holy Detonation, which is this pre-war science experiment that they worship as a god. And, these cultists are insane, they're mutated, they've gone totally mad, and all they want to do is share the holy radiation with you and your entire ranger team. How generous.
Yeah, that sounds a lot cooler than some of the cults I may have joined in the past, but this is typical Wasteland fashion. We're really going to be able to get in there and mix it up, right?
Right. So you and your ranger team insert yourself right smack dab in the middle of their holy war, which, what could go wrong?
Yeah.
And this is a Wasteland game, so you decide everything. Choice and consequence is our bread and butter. And so you decide who lives, who dies, who gets screwed over, who takes charge. You're deciding the fate of the cults, the Holy Detonation, Cheyenne Mountain, and ultimately all of Colorado. This is really your game to craft and mold.
That's awesome. So the last expansion was the Battle of Steeltown, right? You had giant robots and things like that. So, what are you going to do to actually top something like that from the last expansion?
Right. So we wanted returning players to find something that they could never find in another version or in previous versions of Wasteland 3.
Diet Fallout. Oh,
we
wow.
built this as a Wasteland-style dungeon
That's a
crawl.
deep cut.
And in there, you find this awesome mix of mystery, exploration. You're meeting these crazy cultists who have been locked in this pre-war time capsule, and some of the raddest boss battles we have ever been able to build in a Wasteland game.
That's awesome. I want to get back to the crazy cultists, but talk to me about these big boss battles. I want to hear more about that.
Right. So we test parts of Wasteland combat, and we breathe new life into it with objective-based combat, which are basically super rad boss battles. It's no longer you're huddling in a corner, throwing down turrets, just going on murderous rampages. It's not about killing, it's about getting the job done. And so now, combat doesn't end until the mission is over. We send you on proper combat missions. You're in there breaking into prisons, rescuing POWs. You're disrupting these high-tech cultist rituals. You are splitting your fire team.
Yeah,
and
their
coordinating
game
like
showcase has
you
been a
never
little
have had
weak
to before.
today.
Everyone on your team has a job, and I really think this is going to take.
Because,
old
look, I'm
players who know
sure
their
Wasteland 3
Ranger
is
team
cool,
like the
but
back
this
of their
game
hand.
exists
It's gonna make them
already.
scratch
This
their
is
head
a
and really
DLC.
have to rethink how they go about combat and making it new, exciting, and challenging.
So to take 10 minutes out of your whole thing to show off a
haven't been able
DLC for a
really do
game,
before with just straight up murder
for an isometric game is
Now,
very
Wasteland
bizarre.
has a reputation for getting a little silly.
Right.
What are some of the weird characters we can expect in some of the story encounters we'll see in the game?
Yeah, with Cult of the Holy Detonation, we really got to cut our devs loose and just let them be creative and fun and silly. In Exile's modus operandi is if we're brainstorming and something makes us laugh, we just put it in the game. That's just how we do it, and we pick up the pieces afterwards. Because we want to make something that entertains us, and then we know if we're having fun, our fans are going to have fun along with us. And so we got to explore,
Are you sure
really
about
letting
that?
you get deep into this weird radiation cult and let you interact with them and talk with them. And tell stories and maybe even join them. And so for instance, one of the characters you meet, one of the first cultists you meet, is this slathering beast. He's got claws and fangs and spikes jutting out, and he's drooling, but he's the nicest guy in Cheyenne Mountain. You meet him and he's like, hey guys, you should come in here and soak up some of these rads. It'll be great. And he Sherpas you in and lets you meet the whole cult. And another one of my favorites is the Proteus. He's what you get if you took like 20 cultists and you like melted them into
At
a
least
big
this guy's
pile.
excited
Kinda
about
like
his
I would
game.
do this with like a magnifying glass. I would like melt like army guys and like GI Joes into a big pile, and he's wet and sloppy and gross, and he's hard to understand, and he needs a translator supposedly. But he's like your #1 fan, and getting to build like this totally out there, wild, extreme character was a ton of fun to write for. It's a ton of fun to like explore like what makes this cult tick, and he's an absolute blast. Hell, even some of the weapons that you find in Cheyenne Mountain, they're devolved cultists. Like there's one guy and he kind of devolved into this like vomiting bagpipe creature, and he has this real like kill me vibe about him. But we get to play with these fun body horror themes that let us jackknife between sort of like dark and serious and like goofy and funny, which is a line that Wasteland really loves to ride. Like, you know, a lot of really important stuff is at stake, but you know,
They're doing a lot of
Wasteland's
talking.
a pretty bizarre place.
A lot of
I
talking.
can imagine. Now, we talked before, you've been working on Wasteland 3 for a while.
Less is
There's
more is the best
already
description.
expansions
You're right
that
on
are out
that.
there. But say I'm a new player. Say I'm watching this right now, and I'm like, man, I want to get into Wasteland 3. What would you suggest for new players wanting to get into this?
And like I said at the top, like Wasteland is like the best version of itself right now because of all the work we've put into it over the past year. And so you can get the whole thing with the Colorado collection. That's the base game plus Cult of the Holy Detonation and Battle of Steeltown, all for a discount. Or if you have Game Pass, you already have Wasteland 3. Just download it and play it, and then you can get both expansions with the expansion pass.
That is awesome. Now, to
I didn't know we had Wasteland 3 on Game Pass. Maybe I'll give it a look.
You know, spewing pus bags and these weird characters and the cults and the boss battles and all these really cool things that are going to be in Wasteland 3. But please remind everyone before we get out of here, when can you pick up this DLC?
Right, this Work of Passion, it comes out on October 5th. We're really stoked.
That is awesome. So this is the cult.
Next, please. Thank God they have this guy here to direct him. He's like, look, we got, you keep talking, but when is this coming out?
3 years since its launch, Sea of Thieves has played host to some incredible crossovers.
All right, look, I'm sorry, but Sea of Thieves,
inspired by games like
I can't get into it.
Halo, and more. Today, we're excited to announce a brand new special event that will award players an all-new ship as a part of the latest wild crossover heading to Sea of Thieves. Better yet, this event begins tomorrow. So get ready to make some mayhem, and let's get our first look at this very special ship.
At least they're showing us something, but look, guys. I'm glad you're having an event, but does this really require stage time at an event? A new ship in an event in a game? It's a Borderlands ship, really? They printed a Borderlands logo on it?
Really cool to be a part of this all
Scraping the bottom of the barrel. Yeah, that's a... Oh my lord, yeah.
And so we're really excited to reveal that we're bringing the Mayhem ship set that you've just seen, a really, really cool ship that's inspired by Borderlands, into Sea of Thieves. And
yeah, this really is scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Gamescom time period. So it's been really cool to work with the
they don't have enough content for all of it. What the heck? What is going on at this event?
Mayhem, you might notice the link. So you can probably guess the kind of activities that are involved. But if you head to Lorena at any of the outposts,
they're making it seem like it was a big event.
The details of what you need to go do to earn the ship set. So we hope everybody gets.
And like they showed off 2 cool games. One of the games they didn't even show us.
And it runs through to September the 7th. So that's the time period you've got to get your hands on the Mayhem ship set. And I think that's it from me. So
one of the games they didn't even show us any gameplay. And now we've devolved down to here's a ship with a logo on it. What a mess. What a mess. All right, come on. You got to redeem yourselves, guys. Show us something.
Hope. It's always been a dangerous world in Trumbull Valley.
All right, what is this now?
But now, it's hope that brings us back together. It reunites old friends.
Hey, wow, it's gameplay.
It builds
We're getting
new
somewhere.
bonds. And in the face of a growing threat, hope is the greatest weapon we have.
Don't be a battle royale.
Well, just like zombies themselves, it seems everything old is new again in State of Decay 2. And we have a guest to walk us through this
But,
Undead
guys-
update. Please join me in welcoming Undead Labs Director of Communications, Wanda Russell.
Hasn't State of Decay 2 been out?
Great. It's great to
So is
be
this
here,
another
talk about
update?
the Homecoming update releasing on
Yep,
September
update.
1st. We are very excited to get this into players' hands.
You are indeed. So let's talk about the Homecoming update.
This better be a heck of an
Are
update.
coming back to Trumbull Valley. We were there for Heartland, the update, back in 2019. Talk to me about the differences, and I'll sit right here and listen, because you're adorable.
So Heartland
Oh
is
my
the
lord,
story
get
mode
rid of
in the
this
game. It's a
host.
Very linear, narrative-driven experience. You know, players couldn't move their communities there.
I'm sorry, but
So
I
That's all
can't.
changed with the Trumbull Valley map. It is the
What
fifth
is going
core
on?
open world map. It's fully remastered, and it expands to two
Xbox with the bangers. First a ship skin, now
players can
this.
return to Trumbull Valley with their communities,
Woo.
start new communities there, and really start exploring everything that the new map has to offer.
So then, would Homecoming be a sequel then to Heartland?
Yeah, exactly right. So the events in Heartland
Skrillex
play out
haircut.
to see what happens in Trumbull Valley. So we think of it as the third part of our Trumbull saga that began with the original State of Decay game, continued into Heartland, and now we see what has happened since then and what storylines might be coming to a close. So there is a lot for players to discover, a lot of environmental storytelling to find, and you know, things have changed. So this isn't the Trumbull Valley that players might remember. So that's going to be exciting.
Interesting. Well, and anytime you expand something like Trumbull Valley, you just have to have a juggernaut of content, pun intended. Talk to me a little bit about what some of those things are that players can get in on here now in the expanded Trumbull Valley.
Yes, a ton of new content. In fact, we're doing something unique with the Trumbull Valley map. There are items there that you can only find on that map and nowhere else in the game, including 12 new hats and outfits, 10 new very cool weapons, 6 new bases,
12
2
new
achievements for
hats.
hunters. And on top of that, we are adding the game's 12th bounty pack. So that will be available from the bounty broker across all maps. And I have to say, they are some of the coolest weapons I
Wacky.
have ever seen go into the game. I'm so
12
excited for
new
people to try it.
hats.
A juggernaut amount of content, and I don't care who sees that second pun of the day.
Oh, yeah, how
Let's
can
talk about the
Sony
State of Decay
compete?
community, because it's absolutely an integral part to this entire franchise. And State of Decay being on Xbox Game Pass, how has that impacted the community? How has that impacted the game? Talk to me about those.
It's been fantastic, and we have an amazing community. We love them so much. In fact, one of the reasons we're doing
This
Trumbull Valley
is
as a
the
map
worst.
is because it was
Guys,
one of the
this
most
is. I tried to hold out hope, but this is the worst. I chose the worst one to stream, guys. This is literally the worst event Xbox has ever put out so far.
10 million lifetime players.
12 new
10
hats.
million lifetime hang your hat on that. I absolutely love that. That is
Really grateful.
Incredible, amazing news. Congratulations to you and the entire team at Undead Labs, man. Fantastic work. Well, speaking of Xbox Game Pass, let's give me the deets one more time when it comes to the update.
So the update releases
Oh man,
September
this
1st.
is bad.
It's a free update for all State of Decay 2 owners, and it's included with Xbox Game Pass. Happy Homecoming.
What happened to all those studios they bought? What's
Thank
going
you
on
very
here?
much. My pleasure.
Now we move from Trumbull Valley to the Lost Valley of Akria. This mystical location trades zombies for ancient warrior clans, forgotten temples of long-dead god kings, and a healthy dose
Are you gonna
of
actually
flesh.
show us something?
All this awaits in Stray Blade.
This is rough, guys. This is rough. Is this seriously another DLC? I'm gonna laugh. No, this is something new. What was that?
Blade, you discover the mystical lost valley of Akria, a world which ranges from overgrown temple ruins to frozen caves and winding canyons. A game world that changes based on your victories and plenty of dudes to stab in blade-to-blade combat. If that weren't enough, you even get a fuzzy little pal to help you out. Between the epic fights and this small guy,
Wacky.
there's clearly a lot going on here. So let's hear more from Point Blank Games about Stray Blade.
Hello everybody, I'm Leonard Kausch, game director at Point Blank Games, and today I will show you Stray Blade.
At least they're showing you something, my god.
Stray Blade is an action RPG where you play a rogue adventurer who is exploring the ancient valley of Akria with his companion, a witty wolf named Boji. Unveil the history of the Forgotten Valley, muster the powers of the 3 Akrian metals to restore balance to this war-torn land.
That is the how, as well as the why.
Combat and
Can't wait to be
exploration are the two
annoyed
key
by
elements
this
of our
little
game.
creature.
Let's dive into the combat first. Our combat system merges strategic anticipation of enemy attacks with split-second blade-to-blade reactions. It is the high noon of skill-based melee weapon combat. To achieve that, we put our hearts into creating fluid, well-readable animations and epic cinematic finishes. You can choose from multiple weapon categories that can fit your playstyle.
Someone in the chat just said, scuffed, scuffed Jack and Daxter.
To frozen caves and winding canyons.
That's so, that's so bogus.
Ever-changing world, bristling with adventure. Every discovery holds treasure. Find rare
That's
materials,
messed up.
recipes, weapons, lore pieces, and beautiful places. Change is part of your journey, where every victory impacts the world around you. When you die, time keeps moving forward. Enemy skills stay dead. New foes invade camps that you weakened. And when Boji revives you, only one thing is certain. The change you brought shapes what now awaits you. And of course, get ready for epic boss fights.
Wow, epic antlers fly to
We hope
his
you enjoyed
antler.
the first look at Stray Blade, which will be out next year. And keep an eye on our social media channels for more information.
Oh man, guys.
Next up, one of the most unique games finally comes to Xbox.
Yeah, unique. As in, my evil twin murdered 4 of my husband's because
Stop.
they in love with
Stop.
me.
Don't talk anymore. Get rid of this
In
host.
case that
Get her
didn't
out.
tip you off, we're talking about
Get her
Crusader
out.
Kings 3, the medieval grand strategy.
We
and
don't even
role-playing
need
game
to. Just
that
have this
has you
guy do
trying
it.
to defend your royal line
Why do we even
from
have
those
2
that would
hosts?
conquer your kingdom, and evil twins apparently.
Yeah.
If the next talk ends in 30 to 40 seconds, I'll buy the game to support them.
The controls have been refined to bring that grand strategy experience to a controller.
Not to mention bringing the grand strategy experience to my comfy living room couch.
We'll all be ruling from our throne room soon enough. Check out Crusader Kings 3 now, coming to Xbox consoles.
All right, is this... Let me see. What's going on here? Stonks.
My son, we must never forget the crimes committed against us. Your father sought his glorious revenge and failed. He never understood that the greatest wars are won with
Yeah, the guy hasn't made me cringe yet, but yeah, that other host, that girl has been like, oh.
Only the small-minded measure success across the span of a single life. The real game is played across
Are you
generations.
are you really saying Wish.com Assassin's Creed? You guys are so bogus.
Real strategy
Oh man.
requires cunning.
Played on
Thieves 3
Xbox
is
One.
wild. You really haven't lived until you've made an 8-year-old the King of England.
Well, it's nice to have hobbies. We've all gotten into some weird stuff this past year.
Weird like diving into people's brains and exploring their mental universes projected into a psychedelic 60s wonderland kind of weird?
Exactly that kind of weird, which means I am so excited for Psychonauts to finally get a sequel. It has been so long.
There really is something special about Psychonauts, isn't it?
There really is indeed. Now, think about this. 2005, when Psychonauts originally came out, was a different time for gaming. Most of the biggest games that year, we're talking Resident Evil 4, Battlefield 2, Call of Duty 2. They were great games, for sure, but they were all big, beefy shooter games.
Meanwhile, Psychonauts had humor, whimsy, and surprisingly heartfelt moments. It was an oasis of color and humanity in an era.
Yeah, you know,
when
I
games
hope
were
they talk about
increasingly
Halo,
turning
but I
bright,
am
dark, and combative.
considering the stuff
Not
they've
to mention
shown.
having some deceptively deep character moments.
That's why the original is considered a cult classic.
It has been a long time coming, and it is finally here. Enjoy this long-awaited launch trailer for Psychonauts.
They they cut too early. This is such a mess. Guys, this stream, oh my lord, this Xbox stream is a mess. The long-awaited trailer.
My name is Raz, and I'm the new intern. And today is my first day on the job.
Get ready, Rasputin.
Did you forget everything I taught you about levitation, Rasputin?
I'm not supposed to check out equipment to interns.
You did what?
I've literally never played any of these games. I couldn't tell you anything about them.
The new kid. We were all new once, in case you forgot.
I've got eyes on the target. And I've got eyes on me.
All I see is another unruly peasant.
Oh boy.
When men do misfires, turns our world on its side. Oh, man, save us. Mind reader.
It wouldn't be the first time the Psychonauts underestimated Maligula's power.
Leave it to me.
I have no idea what's going on, he says. I don't know what's going on either. I thought we were gonna tune in as you'd be like them showing all their games coming out.
I could not be more excited
And
for
we got
Psychonauts 2 because
this
I gotta be
clown
honest,
over
that original
here.
Game, we got some beef that needs settling.
What?
If you know, surface level. It is
They're
infamous,
cutting
it is
too
brutal, it is
early.
difficult to say the
They're
least.
showing
The
off
final level
DLC.
that came out,
They're
and I
refusing
cannot
to
believe
show
I'm gonna map on this one.
gameplay.
16 years ago, Tim Schafer and Lizette Teatree Montgomery. I am definitely dating myself, but you all welcome from Double Fine Productions. Thank you so much for being here. Tim, can you believe it has been 16 years? I almost said 19 years.
This clownish effort.
Yeah, it feels like only yesterday, but it kind of was for Raz because the story picks up right where the first game left off. And even though it has been a lot of years, it's a game that matters a lot to us. We really love it here at Double Fine, and we know that a lot of fans, it meant a lot to them. And so we really want to be true to the spirit of the first game, which we were able to do because we brought back a lot of the same voice actors, and we also have a lot of people on the team here that worked on the first game, as well as bringing on a bunch of new people like Lisette.
Thank you. It was really important for us to carry the legacy forward, especially the cool style of Wonk that is very prevalent in the first game.
Yeah, I can't forget that new boat, guys.
Just put it on a shirt. I'm in there for it. Let's roll it back a bit. Of course, this can be a kind of a trippy idea if you're
You know,
not
as soon as this event's
familiar.
over,
Psychonauts
I'm going to start
is still
answering
jumping into
questions,
people's
guys, by the
minds, I'm
way.
assuming,
The
like the
first
game,
thing
right?
I'm
So
going
if
to do
you're-
is trash
so
on this
Psychonauts
event.
sort of dove into
Then
my
we'll
brain
talk
again,
about
like a lot
stuff
of
that's
Ted
coming.
Lasso quotes and French Bulldog memes.
Answer some
Am I
questions.
correct,
Yeah,
that
that's
sort
what's
of
fun
thing.
about the Psychonauts
So,
game is that all the levels
I have a feeling the after show is going to be
jump into someone's mind,
more
what would it
fun
look
than
like
what's
in
going
there?
on now.
What would be the color of the sky, and like who would the monsters be? And in Psychonauts, you get to do that because Raz has the power of astral projection. And when he goes in, he gets to fight those monsters and help people deal with their nightmares and wrestle with their inner demons. And so there's a ton of variety, and there's a lot of anything goes. We can go to any location, we can have any art style, and coming up with new levels for the second game was really fun to do.
Well, I loved it from the first game, certainly. Lizette, let's talk a little bit about how that kind of concept expresses itself in the game world. I mean, Psychonauts 2 has got it all over the place, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was really important for us to carry forward the unique brain worlds and unique levels from the first game, and the unique style as well. So we were really focused on how we could bring forward that style in Wonk, and also bring in new levels and enemies.
Now, of course, it wouldn't be Psychonauts without new mental demons. And I'm sure it's happening in Psychonauts 2. What does this mean? Does it mean basically is that we're finally able to slap COVID anxiety in the face?
Well, I don't know if you get to slap anxiety in your face, but you definitely get to slap some panic attacks, and COVID definitely caused a lot of those. In addition to panic attacks, some of our old enemies have also come back. Our sensors are our favorites, and they're definitely here. And in addition to that, we also have our doubts. And some new enemies. There's our lovely sensor.
Wow.
Also some regrets, some flying regrets.
Spidey says, left my tuition class for this gross and garbage event. I'm sorry.
Our slow, sticky melee enemy. You're also seeing.
You know, I thought we were going to get something good.
Is our,
they
they
bamboozled
our
me.
whole combat troop.
They got me
we
good.
have a whole cast that you can battle and fight with.
Including the new bad mood.
Including.
I see. That's so bogus. He says, I don't think anyone, anywhere at any point in time has uttered the words, man, I think we need a Psychonauts 2.
Raz is, he has some very special skills. He has two whole sets of skills. One being the acrobatic skills he learned growing up in the
Haven't heard of a single one of these games.
Jump on trampolines, swing on trapezes, and that helps him navigate and get around.
Look, I know people love Psychonauts. It's like a cult classic.
He's a
but
powerful psychic, so he can levitate objects. He can use telekinesis and pyrokinesis. He has these powers, which people might recognize from the first game, as well as 3 new powers for the second.
they got us, yeah. They really got us good with this Microsoft event.
Connect 2 thoughts and actually connect 2 thoughts together to solve puzzles and to navigate in this game. He has the power of time bubble, which is just change and slow down how things are moving by changing people's perception of time. And he also has the power of projection, which allows him to pull an archetype, a personality, out of his unconscious mind and bring it into the world that he's in, like a companion in battle or in puzzle solving.
But let's talk about the story for a second, because as the original Psychonauts, we saw Raz training to be part of an organization, and now perhaps he's part of a whole organization at this point. And are there other brain agents, other Psychonauts out there that maybe grew up in a completely different circus?
Yeah, we have a lot of new characters in this game.
We do. We have a lot of new characters in this game.
Yeah, a lot of new characters.
As Raz arrives on the headquarters, he immediately gets introduced to the interns. And the interns quickly tell him and show him how he fits into the organization.
Bottom.
They're right down at the bottom.
Yeah, so earn his way back to the top again. He's no longer the coolest kid in summer camp. And much to his chagrin, his entire family, his entire embarrassing circus clothes wearing family comes to visit him in front of all his new friends. And so the interns find out that he's the awkward middle child of a circus family.
The
each
golden
one of them
age.
has their own quirks and foibles, and some of them are even psychic. And so a lot of their story
These two sure know how to
including their
express their
backstory and how
excitement.
it relates to the foundation of the Psychonauts themselves.
Well, I like that. And of course, as you might know already, I'm sold. But you, of course, already knew that. When can myself and the rest of the world exact some beefy, meaty revenge?
Expectations good. AAA games got 12 new
You
hats.
can get back to the beef and play Psychonauts 2 on August 25th on Xbox Game Pass and PC.
Wow.
Zet, Tim from Double Fine, thank you so much. And you know what? Extend a huge congratulations to
Gaming
everyone
has
at
hit a
Double Fine for the
plateau.
launch of Psychonauts
Yeah.
2.
Thank you so much. We're very excited.
Thank you.
And you can catch more of Tim Schafer and ask him
No
his burning
thanks.
questions about the newest game in the fan favorite franchise in our Xbox Play stream tomorrow. But first, we're going from cleaning out mental cobwebs to cleaning up alien planets in this supremely satisfying 4K 60 trailer for The Gunk.
No thanks. Stalker 2 and Halo are the only things I'm even hyped for at the moment. Watch them just not even show them either. We'll get through this whole event and be like, yeah, 12 new hats. That was our biggest.
Insurance won't cover alien storm damage. You have to be careful out there.
Wow.
Everything here. This planet is literally a paradise when the gunk's gone.
Again, please skip. Don't jinx it. I'm telling you guys, they're probably not going to show off anything good. At the rate things have been going, oh man.
Vex. Oh, please, Vex.
I don't know what the heck's even going on. Bro, I'm bugging. What is happening? They're trying to lower our standards. Nothing's going on.
We have talked about so many incredible games today, and it's hard to pick up.
No, you haven't.
Let me just say, it is so cool that State of Decay 2 is expanding Trumbull Valley.
No.
Come on. And hey, you know what? Great job on that Flight Sim interview.
Oh, thank you. I mean,
Flight Simulator was actually probably the coolest
Flight
thing they
Sim is
showed.
Such a special game to me because I mean, it's literally letting me travel the world.
Guys,
But
I think this is
I
like
was staring daggers of jealousy watching you talk to Tim and Lizette over at Double Fine.
Well, I will say this. I understand, but you got to play Psychonauts 2 already, so I don't even want to hear it.
That's true, but it's not the same as talking to the creators. Just trust me when I tell you. Be excited for Psychonauts 2.
I will say this as well. I am excited to see even more of Psychonauts 2 on our Xbox Plays stream.
she just sucks the charisma out of the room.
Forget, Xbox Plays will recap all the week's news throughout the week at twitch.tv/Xbox. So make sure to check that out. Before Kate and I let Playground Games take the wheel, let me just say that it has been our distinct pleasure to chat games and nerd out with everyone today.
Is it ending? At this point,
hands down the best part of the job.
I'm kind of, if they're not going to show anything else good, I kind of hope so.
True. Now,
I got to edit a video and get it out.
Horizon 5, the highly anticipated follow-up to 2018's breakout hit.
Okay, they're going to show Forza.
Forza Horizon 4 arrives on November 9th on Xbox consoles, Xbox Game Pass for console, PC, and cloud, and of course, Steam.
And if you're watching our Xbox YouTube channel, switch over to our Xbox Twitch channel to see all this new exclusive content.
And that is twitch.tv/Xbox for the full vroom vroom experience. And if
No
you're
thanks.
already watching on Twitch or one of the Forza channels, stay right where you are.
Without further ado, let's dive in, starting with the new custom Forza Horizon 5 controller, which is available for pre-order today, so players can have it by November 9th when the standard edition of the game launches.
The long-awaited vroom vroom experience. I'm so excited! A controller! Woo, 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 woo. Oh my lord. I don't think I can contain my excitement, guys. Really? Is it dishwasher safe? This controller looks like garbage. I agree, it kind of does look like garbage.
Charlie here, and I'm at Playground Games with Forza Horizon creative director Mike Brown and Forza Horizon art director Don Arcetta. Hello, everybody.
What's up with this shaving half your head
Hey,
thing?
Charlie.
How cool is this?
That is stunning. Look at that. Well, we obviously just
Oh,
saw
come
a video
on.
about it, and I'll
Sta-
be the first to say
no,
there is
we're not.
amazing
Are they
influence
seriously
of
going to sit here and
Mexican car culture
talk
and
about
music
the
literally
controller?
displayed right across the front, isn't that right?
Absolutely. It
They're,
just feels
se-
like it's
they're literally talking about a controller now. This is what we've devolved into. This is so
Show the fans, and it's quite
bad.
difficult to decide where to start. So, can you maybe tell us a bit more about the game, Mike?
Sure, yeah. So
Forza Horizon 5 is bringing the Horizon Festival's unique brand of fun and freedom to beautiful and vibrant Mexico. Players are going to set out across the largest, most diverse open world we've ever built in hundreds.
I feel like we should sue Microsoft for this event.
And people think that Mexico is just
I didn't
a
even.
desert or a
I
beach.
feel like
There's so much more to it,
I'm
isn't
owed
there?
something.
That's right. Even though it does have pretty awesome beaches and a number of amazing deserts, it also has vast canyons, hidden temples, awesome, beautiful historic cities, and even a towering snow-capped volcano, the highest point we've ever had in a Horizon game.
So you've talked about how Forza Horizon 5 showcases powerful, all-new graphical features, but what more can you tell us about that?
So yeah, our Mexican HDR sky captures really illuminate the world to the point where you feel like you're really there. And thanks to the Series X and S, ray tracing is utilized in Forza Vista
they're gonna use
to really
ray
make our cars
tracing.
look more true to real life. You'll encounter the smallest of details as you travel throughout the world, all rendered in striking realism.
Oh, that's such an exciting overview. I cannot wait. And next up is something we know that Forza Horizon fans have definitely been waiting for the most. Mike, what exactly is that?
Yeah, that's right. We are about to reveal the cover of Forza Horizon 5, featuring the incredible Mercedes AMG 1 and the 2021 Ford Bronco Badlands. Should we take a look?
Let's do it, yeah.
Oh wow, they're actually gonna show us something. Ain't this wacky? Is that it? Wow.
Now, those are two very different ways to explore Mexico. So what I want to know is why those two cars were chosen and what players can expect when they get behind the wheel.
Yeah, so those differences are exactly why we chose them. The Mercedes AMG 1 marks the first time a car features Formula One hybrid technology almost one-to-one from track to the street. And with the 2021 Ford Bronco Badlands, that's primed for rugged off-roading across Mexico's vast terrain.
And I'm certain people can't wait to see more of what these cars can do in the game, so I don't think we should keep them waiting any longer. Mike, can you tell us about what we're about to see next?
Yes, so in a few moments' time, we'll be kicking off a Forza Horizon 5 Let's Go stream, and everybody should check that out for a big deep dive into loads of new content and features from Forza Horizon 5. But before that, we have 8 minutes of brand new gameplay where we're going to see both the Mercedes AMG 1 and the 2021 Ford Bronco Badlands. And in typical Horizon fashion, we are going to see active volcanoes, cars jumping out of cargo planes, and a race under beautiful Mexican skies all the way to the Horizon Festival. Should we check it out?
I think we should.
Hey, they're gonna actually show something. Oh, come on. They're gonna launch a car out of a plane. That's so ridiculous.
Here we take control of the 2021 Ford Bronco Badlands, atop of the towering, snow-capped Gran Caldera volcano.
See you on the other side!
Racing on a volcano.
Follow that car! Past me!
Oh my god.
There might be a little bit of traffic ahead. Watch out for that.
Oh, this is so ridiculous. Need some more brown.
Drop zone approaching. Lovely day for a drive.
Is there any difference from the last game? Just a different environment, a few more cars? I don't know.
Towards a dust storm in the Mexican farmland.
Guess they added ray tracing. I'm holding out hope they'll show us like Halo or something. I don't know. But at this rate, I'm just getting ready to be disappointed. I'm thinking of renaming this. I'm thinking of renaming the stream "Worst Stream Ever." Oh my god. Jeez.
Touchdown! Not even a scratch. The jungle awaits.
Next up is the Porsche 911 Desert Flyer, crashing through the dense jungle tree canopy.
Flamingos!
I hope they put in a DLC like Blizzard Mountain in Forza Horizon 5 because the races and gameplay are going to be lame. Rename it to Mocking Xbox. Yeah. I might as well. I might as well at this point. Guys, this was... There we go. I renamed the stream, guys. The stream name is more accurate now. Anyone else feel like going what? Torching some performance vehicles? A late season April Fool's joke. Yeah, an out of season April Fool's joke. Oh man. Alright, we've seen enough. I know I said I wanted to see gameplay, but I think I've seen enough. Alright, so this is the final drop. The pain is almost over, guys. Oh my god.
And on the final leg, we have the stunning
You know,
Mercedes AMG 1 at full speed.
to be honest, I've tried playing Forza games, and it's just I can't do it. I've really given them a good shot, and just between the stupid commenters that are constantly yelling stuff in your ear, and all the dumb music and radio they have going, these stupid flashy stuff all over screen. It's like I can't do it. It's the worst. I can't handle Forza. I feel like if someone walked into the room while I was playing Forza, it'd be like the most embarrassing thing I got caught doing. I feel like I would be, I have to hide it. I feel like listen to the announcer in the game. I mean, how can you play this and seriously? I can't. Oh man, this is hard to watch. Yeah, it's broken. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. Yeah, this is. Oh man. Oh man. No thanks. Nope, I'm not staying tuned for that. Let's wrap this up, guys. Oh, thank God it's over. Oh, that was so horrible. That was so horrible, guys. That's the worst. That is the absolute worst I've ever seen. Oh, man. I'm sorry you had to sit through that. That was so bad. I feel like I was visually and audibly assaulted. I can't. That was it. It just cut off. Oh, man. Oh. They showed me their stream and I laughed. That was so bad. Oh, man. It couldn't get any worse. It couldn't have been any worse if they tried. I don't even know what to say. The highlight, I think, was when they showed off 12 hats. I think that did it for me. Wow. That was rough. That was so rough. I feel like I need to see a therapist. That was bad. That was so bad. Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, my God. What do I even say? So, yeah, that was the live stream. I'm glad I got up to watch that. That sucked. That was so bad. That was seriously the worst stream I've ever seen in my life. And Microsoft, anyone who's working on that Xbox, you should all be embarrassed. That was so embarrassing and disgusting. I'm going to vomit. No Xbox, thank you for wasting my day. Like, oh man, they could have shown all that stuff in 10 minutes. They could have made a blog post. Why did they spend an hour showing us 12 new hats in State of the Decay 2, a boat with a print of Borderlands on it? What was that? What happened? What were they trying to sell us? I don't know. I think it was just like advertising for Game Pass. That's all I can tell. That was horrible. Guys, that was so bad. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. I feel like I was assaulted. My retinas are bleeding. I don't know what to do. I feel like I need to seek therapy. So, yeah, and the Ratchet and Clank knockoff. Oh, man. Yeah, that was so bad that I don't even want to talk about it anymore. You know what? Let's answer some questions. We'll wrap this up. I'm so ashamed and embarrassed that I took any part in that. Jeez. 1 hour is enough to send someone in an asylum. This is a great example of that. I really... Oh, man. Oh, that was so awful. Why? Why did they do that to me? Oh, man. Oh. I need to seek help after that. Oh. Yeah, let's get some questions in here. Then we'll wrap this up because that was so bad. I think I can't. I need to move on. You know, that was horrible. That was, oh man. Now I don't have to. I just joined and got your review. Now I don't have to go watch it. Thanks for your service. Yeah, that was. Oh man, that was bad. So GTA? No GTA. They didn't show. Oh, I don't even want to talk about it. It was that bad. It was so bad. I don't ever want to mention this event again. I feel disgusted with myself for even viewing it. That was horrible. That was so horrible. Pick a topic. Let's talk about it. You gotta ask the questions. I'm just sitting here. Let's see. Those who just got to know it was happening, they are very lucky. Exactly. The only thing that was any good about it is that we had to suffer through it together, and that's it. I had more fun defrosting my freezer with a hairdryer. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that was the worst. I mean, I've seen some bad streams, but that was the worst stream I've ever seen in my life. All right, I renamed the stream now. It's the stream title is now Xbox Gamescom 2021 was the worst stream ever. Oh, jeez, guys, that I really feel horrible after viewing that. I don't know. I feel like I don't know what I'm gonna do. I feel like I'm not gonna get that time back. I feel like I just got robbed of life. That was horrible. All right, let's get a couple questions in, then I'm gonna wrap this stream up because I need to go take a shower and rethink my life after viewing that. That was so horrible. This stream can lead anyone to hell. Yeah. That was, oh man. You can see the pain in my eyes, but you can't feel the pain in my soul. That furry bait, though, I would not be surprised if fan art is being made now. It's always being made. Here's the good news. If you're watching right now, first of all, if you're watching and you're not subscribed for whatever reason, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Got a lot of content coming out this week that I promise you is not going to be this bad. Holy God. And on top of that, if you are subscribed, make sure you hit the bell icon, enable all notifications so you see all my uploads. I'm going to actively try to not, I'm going to make sure that next time we stream one of these events, there's something good going on. And it's something you can't, you don't know for sure until it happens, but wow, I'm going to try and avoid something like this. Oh my God, that was, yeah, at no point in this rambling, incoherent conference was there anything that could even be considered a good time. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having watched this. Yeah, but the good news is I do have some content coming out today that if you're trying to get your hands on video cards, you're going to be very interested in, so keep your eyes out. That will be going live in the next 2 to 3 hours. On top of that, I got some stuff coming out tomorrow, Friday, and Sunday as well. We got a lot of content coming out this week, but as for streams, yeah, the next stream I do, we're going to be answering questions and talking about tech. We're not going to be watching Microsoft pretend to show games for an hour. That was horrible. Oh my God. I think if we do a stream for Microsoft again, it's going to be like if they're showing Halo and that's it. I'm not sitting through this again. That was so bad. Did someone say video cards? Yes, I did. But in any case, I think I'll answer one more question here, and then I'm just going to go ahead and get working on editing and getting that video out because I really need to seek therapy after watching that. I need to, oh my God. So if you got any last questions you want to put in, now is your chance. Then we're wrapping this up. This stream brought the global average IQ down, yeah. I don't understand why these streams always go so cringy with the presenters. Who has ever enjoyed that sort of thing? I have no idea. Later, friends, it was a pleasure suffering with you all. No cards, better to get a console at this point. Well, based on what we just watched, I don't know. What games do you play? I'm playing a lot of games right now. I really need to narrow it down. I've been playing Ghost of Tsushima on PS5. I've been playing oh, what is it? I've been playing some like that mod for Skyrim Enderall. I've been playing Pathfinder Kingmaker. I've been playing Apex Legends. So quite a few different ones. But yeah. In any case, I'm gonna wrap this up. I got stuff to do. I feel sick and disgusted after watching that, and I need to go take a shower. So to wipe the awful off of me. So. All right, thank you everyone so much for watching. Thank you for suffering through that. I'm sorry you had to view that. I'm going to go puke. That's it. So I'll see you guys later when I upload that video. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.